revenge on my scumbag boss, I took advantage of his amnesia and pretended to be his fiancée, giving him the most attentive care imaginable. Knowing he absolutely hated onions, I deliberately customized all kinds of onion dishes for him, making sure he got a lifetime's worth in one go. When he wanted to go outside for some fresh air, I used sun protection as an excuse. I squeezed out a huge amount of sunscreen and roughly smeared it all over his face. After I was done, he ended up humiliating himself in public. But no matter how considerate I seemed, my boss still doubted my identity. Luckily, I was prepared. I pulled out some photoshopped couple photos to prove our relationship. Unfortunately, the editing was so bad, I almost blew my cover. To divert everyone's attention, I immediately brought out another set of photos, fake pictures of him cheating. Then I launched into an emotional performance, tearfully taking all the blame for his amnesia onto myself, instantly drowning him in guilt and leaving him utterly ashamed. But that was only the opening act of my revenge. As my boss was about to be discharged from the hospital, I brought my best friend along and secretly broke into his house ahead of time, carefully staging the scene of us living together, so he would fully believe my identity. Knowing how much he hated fish, I deliberately cooked huge amounts of it for him, forcing him to eat until he was so disgusted that he threw up. Watching him suffer right in front of me filled me with satisfaction, but then I remembered that years of his constant verbal abuse had left me with brain cancer and that I didn't have long to live. I broke down crying, determined to leave no regrets before I died. I escalated my revenge. I spent his money on piles of things for myself. I drilled holes into antiques worth hundreds of millions. I cut holes in his limited edition Armani suits. I carved insults into his luxury sports cars. I didn't even spare his cactus. But what I never expected was this. After I'd done all of it, the doctor told me my brain cancer had been a misdiagnosis. Even worse, my boss had never lost his memory at all. He had been pretending the entire time. In that moment, I felt like my life had truly reached its end.